See, the reason why I signed was to sell out. Like, no, but okay, fine. I have a ghostwriter. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine Jesus. They call him the Prince of Peace, and that's literally what I feel when I'm like actually doing what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. And when I'm apart from that, I feel the opposite. Like I feel like I want to go to war. Like my biggest like I don't think it's a pet peeve, but like it's like a misconception, right? Like people think like, oh, you're Christian, now you got to be boring. It's like how, like, you know, like God is the ultimate creator. We're supposed to be way more creative than people that don't believe, that are atheists, right? And
yeah, we are rolling.
I can't say nothing that's gonna cancel me now.
Well,
before
we can edit it out. You can say whatever you want to say.
Or we can keep it in and just let it run. You know?
Okay,
yeah, we can edit it out, but we will always have that film.
The good thing is they didn't. You know, they probably didn't hear what I was ranting about before you started recording.
Yeah. So welcome everyone to Studio Time. Today we are joined with Gus from Vision Studios.
Yeah,
keeping in theme with the name of the podcast.
Thanks,
sir.
Studio Time here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we time at Vision Studios.
Thank you guys for inviting me. You know.
Yeah, man. It's honestly pretty great having you. Like last week we got the guy that takes my photos, which was pretty cool. He's a pretty great guy, and you know, pretty excited. You know, the whole podcast is about the creative process, and you deal with that literally every day.
Yeah,
so
true.
It's pretty great getting you on. So I don't have my iPad. I left it over there. And that has all my notes on it. All right.
This is camera A.
Yeah. That's gonna be our main one.
Okay.
But however you feel about it. So first off, I want to talk about mixing, obviously, because that's you and I are like the only people I think that I know locally that I can talk to you about this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So with the mixing process, you and I were just talking about like the one podcast episode you did.
Oh yeah.
How much time do you spend like mixing that kind of stuff?
I think when it's not like a song, it takes longer.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, I already made everything kind of very efficient for a song, and like the whole process, like I know, like, yeah, I can just tweak it better. But when it's a podcast, especially when you have guests on there, and it's like you're kind of more just, you have to pump out the content. You don't have time to keep looking at your levels or keep making sure everybody's levels are good.
Yeah.
It's a longer process. That's probably why I don't do podcasts. But if you invite me on a podcast, I'll be on a podcast. But
I mean, I can't even blame you, dude. There's one time recently when, like, on our second episode we did together, we put it in my living room, and like we because it was so like, obviously this is treated super nice, but my living room is not treated at all. So like, halfway through it, it just all of a sudden becomes super echoey. Yeah. Because I didn't want to put in any more effort into trying to get rid of it, dude. It's too much work.
We also started outside.
Yeah. The camera overheated, so we had to go inside.
We were at a park. We were at Central Park.
Yeah.
And then it overheated, so we had to go to we went to did it in his living room.
Yeah, even that might be annoying. We shot our podcast outdoors too.
Yeah.
And
your camera didn't overheat?
No, it didn't. Funny enough, I think I had a GoPro as like a C camera just in case, but I don't know why. And again, that's the thing about podcasts. You kind of have to be like making sure everything's good.
Yeah.
But now when I reviewed the footage, there was no footage.
Yeah.
On the GoPro.
We've had technical difficulties on almost every episode so far.
The only one we didn't was the one at my studio. That was like the only one.
Yeah, it's more controlled.
It's just so much easier to like. Well, okay, before, because he's got some more like life questions kind of thing.
Okay.
Which I do really want to get into, but just one question. So you got the DBX behind us, right?
Yeah.
Do you do like a lot of processing before it goes into your system, or do you like doing most of it after the fact?
I'm not gonna lie. When I first got the DBX, it was very flat. Like it was like I didn't boost anything, I didn't compress anything. But now I think paired up with the Shure SM7B, I do think it matters like what microphone you have as well. But just eventually, I did start finally using compression and then using the de-esser that comes on it. And pause. But honestly, it's pretty good. Like, but I would say I just keep it mild. Like, I just keep it very mild beforehand. I don't do a lot. Like, I don't use EQ before the interface. Like, just I keep it as dry as I can, but I keep it to a good bass level. and that's it. But I mean, I've heard of some people that they have the DBX as well, and they do definitely use the EQ and yeah. But I don't, because I would rather every voice is different, right? So,
yeah. I boost a lot of high end before I record.
Yeah,
because I got one of those that has like a DSP. Is that what it's called? Digital signal processing. Yeah. So like I like to boost a lot of the high end because I know I'm gonna do it afterwards anyways. So like,
well, yeah,
you know,
bro, y'all are speaking a whole different language now. Anybody that's watching, I hope y'all know what's going on. That's not my avenue, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I need to learn more about it. Don't get me wrong.
Hey,
but I mean, that's why I wanted to start with it because I figured we get that out of the way and then we can just talk about the more
nerdy stuff.
Y'all nerding out over here, man. I'm feeling left out.
Yeah, so I don't like to preamp too much. I just like to.
I'm the only one wearing glasses too. Y'all the one nerding out,
man.
Yeah. But no, I guess I can start with some of my questions. I listened to like a lot of your music in preparation for this because honestly,
you'll see a huge spike in listeners by the way.
That was you.
Yeah, you'll see a big spike. You'll see a big spike. But you actually had I saw you had like over 4,000 monthly listeners. Like that's something to be proud of, bro. Like,
yeah, for sure.
That's pretty big. But like one thing I know like with your music is like it's very very like Christian based music. So I wanted to ask you, like, I have a lot of respect with like your path with Christianity and then also your path with music.
Yeah.
Where did you start in both of those, like with your music and with your path of Christianity, and then also when did they come together?
I think it's a weird like story, but they kind of both came together at the same time because like my parents converted before I was born, and my dad was a musician before he converted, and he was kind of popping. Shout out Gerardo y su cuarta dimensión over there in Mexico. I mean, they weren't popping. They weren't Justin Bieber level, but in that area, like locally, they were kind of popping. But I guess my dad gave that up when he converted, which sometimes I'm like, I'm Christian, but I'm like,
like,
was that the right choice?
Yeah.
Spiritually, probably, but financially, probably not. but yeah, and so I was born into a Christian household, and like my dad, he's like a musician. He plays piano and dabbles in guitar and drums. And so kind of just growing up, it was like God, music.
Yeah, it was just
you're
just raised that way.
Yeah, but I guess I took music more seriously first than I did Christianity, and I guess that was just growing up, you're not too familiar, you're not too experienced to really understand like the full gospel or understand the deeper meaning behind it.
Yeah,
it was just like, okay, we got to go to church. Like, dang, that sucks. And then, but it was like, okay, there's a piano, like bet, And but yeah, my dad taught me piano first, and that's kind of how it started. I was 11 or 12.
Dang,
got you.
Yeah.
So
yeah, facts.
11, 12, you're starting like your journey with music and like Christianity. And then when did you decide to start like the Vision Studios and really got like, what was your first step into getting into like the producing and stuff like that?
That was because I never went into this like thinking, oh, I'm gonna record other people to make money. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I work with a lot of people, and they see what I do, and they think, oh, I want to do this too. But it's like I didn't go into the mindset of making money. And even now, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure Chad can like vouch for me. Like, there could be a lot of more things that I could implement that would make me more money, but it's not about that for me.
Yeah.
But I think I was just making music for myself, and then my cousin wanted to start making music, so we started making music for him.
Yeah. And
then he had like a mutual friend from school, and then they had a mutual friend. So that's kind of how it started. Like, I didn't go into it like thinking like I'm gonna buy a microphone and record other people. It was like I just started making music, and
yeah. Do you feel like there's time that you're missing out on as being like an artist while running the studio, or is the studio what matters more to you?
That's a crazy question right now. Because my availability has like drastically like changed. Maybe for you guys like for the worse, but for me the better, because like I do feel like now I'm in a spot where I want to focus more on my music before like having to help other people with their music, but it's just finding that balance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for a minute there, I dabbled with thinking about trying to do my own studio, but like I think
you should.
I mean, I feel the same way about you though. Is I think to me, my journey as an artist is more important to me at this moment.
Yeah.
So I don't think
I think anybody though, right? I think any artist would rather focus on their artistry than try to really help other people's artistry. Like any artist, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Actually, I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, like if I didn't make music myself, then yeah, I'd just record other people and that's it, you know. But since I do make music, it's like sometimes I am thinking during a session, I'm like, dang, like I wish I was writing my own verse. Yeah.
Well, actually, okay, that brings me back to the first time that you and I recorded together. So the first time that he and I recorded together, it was a long time ago. It's probably been like 2 or 3 years. It's been a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
But you were hesitant to like get on any track whatsoever.
Yeah.
So was that like, were you committed to the studio at that time, or was it like taking a break? Or
honestly, yeah, I wasn't making music. I think like I don't know when. I think it was like 2019. I took a break from my own music, which that was before Vision Studios.
Mm-hmm.
So as I started recording other people, like I did stop making music myself, and I stopped posting it, and I stopped all that. But I got back into it in like 2021 maybe, or really, I got back into it last year.
Right.
Really. But yeah, like in the beginning, like for sure when you met me, I wasn't worried about my music.
Yeah.
I probably didn't write a song in like 4 months at that point.
Dang, dude.
That's crazy, bro. Listening to your music, I'm like, bro, he knows what he's doing. Like you fit perfect. Like your sound is like I really like your sound because I can relate with it because I like when I went to go to church, like I used to go to church, like the only thing I knew like Christian music was like I heard Christian rock. Yeah. And I mean I've heard like a little bit of Christian
rock slaps though.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It does. It really does.
I don't like a lot of Christian like media, but I do feel like Christian rock is better than secular rock.
Yeah.
Crazy take right there. But no, I do believe that, bro.
I went in the other I forgot. Did you hear about like Hullabaloo Fest they had in downtown?
Yeah, I think recently.
Yeah, there was a band that was called like Saving Abel, and I think they're kind of like a Christian based band. They're pretty big.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, their songs were really good. They did really good. I mean, I couldn't hear what they were saying because I was like right there in front of all the basses. So like all I heard was all I heard was the instruments, bro. I couldn't hear their voices, but they were really good. I checked out some of their music afterwards. But anyways, like pretty much like mostly what I'm familiar with is like what I heard at church, like during like praise and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like your music has like a good mix of like it has the good like the praise vibes to it and like the good energy from that. Yeah. And then like also your own like style like with the rapping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then my favorite song while I was listening through was Pasture Son.
Oh yeah.
Because I really like the perspective because like I feel like a lot of time in like media like I feel like they get joked on a lot
all the time, bro.
Like in movies and stuff like that they get, but
for sure
you really showed like their perspective of like what they go through, and there's like I feel like there's a lot of stereotypes for like the pastor's daughter, the pastor's
always
son.
The worst in church, and
but what was your inspiration for that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I in my family, my like parents, they're not pastors, but on my mom's side, like both of her siblings are pastors. So my cousins are pastors' kids, and like, yeah, and I've been there comforting them when they're going through something or when they're complaining about something going on in the church, and you know they tell me things that maybe they don't feel comfortable with telling their own parents because they don't feel that trust with them because they're literally the pastors, and then they don't have that trust with telling a church member because then again, oh snap, like nah, people are just gonna say, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing that, you're a pastor's kid. Yeah. And so they would tell me a lot, and yeah, I guess I got like a VIP like perspective on pastor's kids, like, but
you got the inside scoop.
I'm glad I'm not a pastor's kid though. Like my dad told me once that supposedly like at some point they had an opportunity to plant a church, and I was like, thank you for not doing that because I could not, bro. Like they have so much pressure.
Yeah,
well, for no reason.
I mean, okay, so I'm glad that he brought that up because so my best friend's also a pastor's kid.
Dang. I bet he sucks. I bet they're really bad.
No, dude, he's honestly the greatest guy I've ever met. But you know, the thing is like I did actually send him the video that you made on your Instagram. about like, why you made that song and what inspired you behind it. And what I thought was interesting is he I wouldn't say disagreed, but I think he saw it in a completely different perspective as what you talked about, in the sense that he said that he thinks it's less of like a expectation and more of like a how do I say it? like a framework, right? And if you step outside of it, like people are gonna say something, but that's not always a bad thing. Like it's a good way to check you. You know what I mean? So I think it's interesting that like we both were surrounded by that, but like he came out with a completely different perspective, which I didn't expect.
And I mean, that's cool though. Like every perspective is different as well,
Yeah.
So maybe what I heard isn't the same from, and also it could be a cultural difference too. Like, but yeah, I mean, that's cool. I wish I knew what they kind of thought more. And
yeah, well, I mean, I did think about bringing him, but he didn't really seem that interested. So I mean, it is what it is.
I have a question for you. This is like something I just thought of. On your Instagram, you did. I mean, you're like a part of Got Bars.
Yeah.
But you did your own Got Bars. What song was that you did on there?
I did a remix to Never Would Have Made It, which is like a really famous gospel song. And yeah, that's what I brought to the table there. And
because I was like trying to figure out which song it was, because they didn't even like put it on there, and I was like, I was like, because that was hard. I was like, that was.
Yeah, I only put it on YouTube.
Oh,
it samples that gospel song, so I mean,
gotcha.
I didn't want to sweat it.
I'll have to go check it out on YouTube.
That's fair.
I was like, dude, that was fire.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm pulling up my questions because I kind of lost where we were going.
You good?
I mean, I can ask you another question.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, this is my first time like meeting you. I know Chad's met you a lot, but like I always told Chad, like I got a lot of respect for you because of what you do for like just for like the community locally, like all your videos and stuff like that, posting like local businesses and stuff like that, and then also like you're one of the few like studios in town, so like you give a lot of people opportunity by doing that. What like led you to do like the stuff with the community? And then like also the like I know one First Friday you did like an open thing where people could come and perform. Like what led you to want to do those kind of things?
Yeah. So chronologically, the open mic stuff was first, and that was more just trying to get more local music out there. I feel like before then, nobody really knew that people made music in this town or that there was any music studios in this town.
Yeah, because we're like
everybody was just hidden
in all the bars. It's just like you can go, like if you're a country singer, this is the perfect place for you because you can go perform at every single bar.
Yeah.
Like a different day of the week because they need people in like their country bars or like rock or something like that, but with like hip hop and stuff. There's
R&B. Yeah, there was a lot of.
Check West. Apparently, he came to town. Did you hear about that?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that's actually fair. But
sounds familiar.
He did the Young Shaq West, and I'm getting really rich.
Yeah.
Anyways,
is he local? I don't know.
No, he's not local. But he came to town, and he's very much hip hop. So I don't know.
Interesting.
But yeah,
I mean, there's places to perform, but there's places you gotta like pay to like. It's like venues that you have to pay to do, but like bars and stuff, or like they have like open mics and they have like where it's like cheaper and more accessible. It's like all country and rock.
Yeah. And I mean, the reason why I did First Friday was just because it wasn't, if you're doing a club and it's only really like club people there and they really just want to drink, they're not focused on, let's go to the club so we can hear these artists.
Yeah.
But First Friday, there are people walking around. There might be label managers. You never know who's out, walking about. So that's why I wanted to do First Friday. Plus, it was free. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't for me because I had to buy the speakers and this and that. But it was just really just to highlight stuff because before then, I feel like people didn't really know. It was very hidden. And then and when I started interviewing like local businesses, that was honestly because last year was my slowest year ever with the studio, and I had so much free time, like crazy amount of free time, like I was doing nothing. Like literally, I was so bored, and it was before I started making music, so I had like no outlet or nothing. But and then I started seeing like because of how slow the economy was, like some businesses were shutting down.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, like that's sad. Like everybody has a story, you know, every business owner, they have their own story. I was like, I'm just going to interview some people and hopefully boost them up a little bit, maybe that week, maybe that month, you know, but.
Yeah, because I saw you did an interview with like Costa Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And I thought they were like, because I heard like rumors that they were like shutting down, but they're still open.
Yeah.
Like I heard a lot of rumors that they were going to be closing down, and they've been in Bryan for like so long.
Yeah.
And I mean they're pretty good.
Yeah.
But I saw that interview, and I was like, and then I remember like all the rumors that they might be closing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, they're still open.
I feel like those always surface like every couple months.
Yeah.
Low key, like
if it's not associated with A&M, it's shutting down.
I'm like, low key, it's a good marketing tactic though. Like,
yeah, low key,
right?
like, we're shutting down.
We're shutting down. Oh, we gotta go visit.
But I mean, they survived through COVID. Like, they'll be all right.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
Have you thought about like changing your engineering tag after what's his name, OB?
Oh, I saw that. I saw
roasting
that, bro. I clicked on that and I was like,
did you think about it before that or after that, or are you just sticking with it?
I thought the studio tag was good.
Yeah, I thought it was too, honestly.
I'm just sticking with it, man. Like, I think because when he did that, like, I think he's more like trying to just sell his services because he's always doing that. Like, he's always like, like he'll play 2 seconds of a beat, just a beat, 2 seconds. He's like, nah, you should get a beat from me. Like, honestly, like my beats. I'm like, bro, listen to the whole song, you know?
Yeah.
And
That's
so
funny.
when he did that, I was like, whatever. But I mean, it's more, I was able to make more content. And then, we the visionaries. Honestly, the more I say it, especially like when I go on his live streams and I keep commenting it, like more people start saying it too. So, so it's just strengthening it more, you know? So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Do you think that like people tend to, I mean, especially, you know, in like more, I want to say privileged positions, but it's not really privileged. It's just more like set. You know what I mean? Do you think they have a tendency to kind of keep punching down, or is that just like a small portion of it?
Like when it comes to music?
Yeah. And I'm not saying that he was punching down.
I feel like I
do want to say that.
I feel like I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of more like they just see it competitively instead of community-wise.
Yeah.
And but I mean, it's better if we all just work together. You know, we're all awesome. You know,
that's what me and him were talking about in our last episode. Is like that's what we made the podcast for, was to have people like you on, and like even when we eventually get bigger, just having hopefully, we having smaller people on, and like still like just bringing like just as a community growing. That's the main thing we started the podcast for. Yeah, was to just all grow together.
Yeah, that's cool.
Speaking of growing together, what was it like?
You were 4 feet tall. Oh.
What was it like?
I said you were 4 feet tall.
Oh.
when I met him.
Oh my goodness. What was it like signing to a record label?
It was dope.
Yeah.
Because like the label that I'm signed to, Hydration Records, they started off as a promotional page on YouTube. And they used to support me a lot back in the day, like 2017, 2018. And so it was kind of like a full circle moment when, like, individually, you know, like I stopped making music for a bit and then they keep doing what they're doing. But then once I start releasing again last November, like that's when they started their own record label in October of last year. So once they saw me do my project, What Would Jesus Do? They were like, they reached out to me and it was just full circle because I'm like, bro, like you guys were literally there from the beginning. And I was kind of there in the beginning too. I was like one of the first like independent artists that would submit my own music or like, you know, send in my stuff. So it was full circle moment for sure. And
yeah,
it's dope. Honestly, the reason why I signed was to sell out. Like, no, but it was it was really just because I needed accountability from like higher ups, right? Like, cause I had so much music built up and bangers in the vault, but I didn't feel the accountability to like drop it. You know, I just hold it to myself. Like I would tell my friends, like they'd be like, send me the Google Drive link, and I'd be like, okay. But like they'd be like, come on, drop it already, and I'm like, nah, like I'm doing the soundtrack to our lives. Like I don't need to drop it. But like I felt, you know, that's why I signed, because I'm like, you know, I need somebody to be like, hey, where's the album?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, I understand like wanting to have that structure. That's kind of like we also talked about like eventually once we get to the position of like labels coming out to us and stuff like that. We talked about that in our last episode, and I was like, that was one of the things for me is like I want like some structure and like people that are gonna hold me accountable and then also like help me out. You know,
that's what I needed. Like, I just needed that somebody to push me, somebody to check up on me. Like, they have an A&R, and she's shout out Hannah. Like I know I annoy her, but like she's a W because like I'm literally like she literally helps me like pump it out and like yeah, like she'll take my like demo and help me flesh it out, or you know, once I complete a song, like she'll give me ideas too, or reach out to other label mates and be like, hey, like, you know, what if you featured with this artist, and if it makes sense, I'm like, bet, like that's what I need, because otherwise I just make songs and they just
sit there.
Yeah, they have so much dust built up, and you know, with that, I'm at least somebody's like telling me like, hey, come on, drop.
No, I feel that.
But yeah.
Do you feel like because obviously you're posting a lot. Do you feel like that is worth it, or do you sometimes be like, why am I even doing this, bro?
Like music?
Yeah, like music, like on Visions You Live With.
Yeah.
For that specifically, because I mean, like I was going through like all of your reviews and stuff like that, and most of them are, I mean, they do pretty good. Relatively, they do pretty good. You know,
my older stuff, I fell off. I fell off. My older stuff definitely has like tens of thousands, and RIP.
But like, do you feel like a lot of the time it's like pointless, or do you actually feel the drive to do it?
My music?
Yeah, like promoting it.
No, I don't like promoting it. I feel like nobody really likes promoting their music, right? Like,
we were just talking about that
like,
last
I feel like nobody actually like likes to set up a camera and like, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I recorded the cringiest TikTok this morning.
I mean, you should see the one I recorded yesterday. Like, but I think like what kind of brought me back to making music, because again, like I was comfortable just not releasing music, because at least I still made music and, you know, have this studio where I could just put my ideas. But I had a conversation with somebody, and they're an artist as well, and they kind of, I don't know, they basically, in short, they told me to lock in, because like they were telling me that like if I'm not dropping my songs that I'm sharing a certain perspective to, like Pastor's Kid or stuff like that I'm kind of stopping what we say, like the blessing of like somebody that's going through something. I'm kind of stopping that. Like, even if it's one person, like, right? Like, even if you get 10 listens, but one of them is really touched by your song, like that's worth it, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like by not sharing it with the world, it's like I was just stopping any interaction or anybody having the opportunity to get blessed by any of my songs. So
for sure.
So I do think it's worth it. I mean,
I mean, it's definitely worth it, because for somebody like me, when I do see artists like yourself and like other people in media, I don't know if you know who George Danko is.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, he's big with Christianity and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that pushes me, because I grew up Christian and stuff like that, but like I don't go to church regularly like I should and stuff like that, and I've been kind of pushing myself to get more like to push more into my faith.
Right.
But like people like you that make that kind of music and stuff like that, because I like rap music, so like I got a couple saved in the now, so like stuff like that, it just like pushes me more to be like, man,
I feel like
I need to go like get my faith like in check and stuff like that.
I mean, even stuff like that, right? Like that, if I didn't drop my music, maybe you wouldn't be inspired to do that, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I would say my music, honestly, is not even so much for the church. It's more for like people like you, or people that don't really believe in God, you know? Like, cause I'm just sharing like perspectives. Like I like to twist everything on its head, right? And I mean, I do like worship music, and I love mixing all of this stuff, but I just like keeping it authentic and not so much putting like a fake mask when it comes to Christianity, or, you know, like selling people something that's like what they've been sold before, but it wasn't an accurate depiction of what Christianity is. Yeah. So I kind of I like to keep it real in my music, you know? So I'm pretty sure, I mean, even that project Churchianity, like that was the whole point of that. Like, you know, and I got a lot of flack from certain pastors that, you know, but honestly, like if you felt a certain way, like if you're in ministry and you felt a certain way, like good, like that project was for you, like, you know, like.
Well, like, I think it's good to question it, because like, I mean, so many, I think a lot of churches tend to do that, like fake
sweep it under the rug.
Like just act like it's I mean, like I grew up going to church as well, obviously, but like it's just a different, like, it's a different feel when you go to church. It's like everyone feels fake.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
And that can hold off people from coming back.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone's struggling, especially right now, dude.
Yeah.
And like it's, I don't know, holding that back feels as fake as it could.
Yeah. That's what I really, I forgot what it was called, but I know it was one of your songs where it was kind of talking about, like going through tough times and stuff like that, and then having like Christianity and stuff. I don't remember what it's called. I wish I remembered what it was.
Yeah.
But it was really good. And I felt that one too.
Yeah.
I don't know. You said depression, and you said something about depression, and that's all I remember. It's like I forgot what the bar exactly was.
I think it was Christ in Me, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like basically the verse, it was like, I'm finna rap right now. It was like I put myself in a center, thought I could do better, but now I know I was so wrong. My life went crumbling down, tumbling down, broken heart. Even wrote a few songs, but now I put Christ in my heart. I humble myself, and now I know where I belong. And I feel like that's the main thing. Like I think even these churches, like if you're a church or a ministry and you get offended by someone telling you like we got to be more Christ-like, what kind of church are you? Like that's your purpose. You're supposed to be Christ-like, show people the gospel and everything, and accurately. You know, not in a weird like religion way, not in a weird four walls way, just in a whole like fundamental Jesus is my Lord and Savior way, and that's it. Yeah, you know,
we should start a Genius Lyrics ripoff right now. That's what this should turn into.
Oh, we should.
I put myself in a center, thought I could do better. So like I was just depressed. I don't know.
That's pretty much how they go, bro. That's not even.
I don't know. If I crazy.
If I did that with my lyrics, it would just be like, so I thought it was funny, so I said that.
No, for like, I was sitting in my work truck and that sounded funny.
We recorded a song the other day, and like the chorus is, I got an ice cream sandwich in my pocket, shooting for the moonlight grew. I went and built a rock. No, all is good. I got an ice cream sandwich in my pocket, shooting for the moonlight grew. I went and built a rocket. I was like, that's just random stuff. Yeah. Like, what do I literally, when I went to write the song, I had an ice cream sandwich in my hand. That's why. That's all I got.
Imagine in 3 years when they're like, yeah, so I just asked ChatGPT, like, make me a song about depression. And it's just like, that's it. Like, then
that's
credits,
interview.
Credits. That's it.
No, dude, I see that, bro. Actually, with your song Afterlife, Kay Lewis is on it, right? Mm-hmm. So what was it like trying to like reach out to him? Did you go through your record like Hydration, or did you just?
So he is a label mate, but I just went straight to him. You know, I DM'd him on Instagram. I don't know if he saw it. So, I mean, he's seen it now, but at the time. So I also emailed it to him, and then I found his WhatsApp through the record label, whatever. So I just really wanted to make sure, like, hey, like, here's this track. If you don't want to be part of it, that's cool, but it'd be cool if you were. Yeah. But yeah, shout out Kay Lewis. He did it, and he's pretty cool. I like how it's so drastic. Like, both.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I honestly thought that I felt like it blended really well, though. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. But that also does bring me to ask, like, so when I listen to your music, you definitely call yourself like a Christian rap artist, right?
I'm just a Christian everything.
Well, he's like, I'm just a Christian.
Well, I just wanted to ask because, like to me, that doesn't really feel like rap. It feels more like close to like R&B kind of.
Yeah, for sure.
Know?
Yeah.
But is it just because like it's easier to like market that, or is it because like you feel that you fit in that better?
No, honestly, the term Christian rapper is a new term to me because prior to that, I wasn't even doing any hip hop. Like it was just like Christian EDM and then R&B for a second, and then worship, and then back to R&B. And so now, I definitely say I'm way more R&B than I am a rapper. I like in the past like 10 like hip hop songs that I dropped, probably only 3 of them have like really cool verses that I'm rapping for real on, but most of it is melodies and singing harmonies, and I'm not. I don't know. I feel like I'm not a rapper, but then there are people that are like, nah, you're a rapper, like you're rapping. Yeah. But then
you got bars, brother. I'll give you that.
I appreciate that, bro. I mean, I feel like Christian music's harder to write than, like anything that's not
I completely
Christian.
agree, because it sounds like repetitive in a way.
Yeah.
Unless it's something like your entire church and any project where it's more of questioning what's already out there. Yeah. But like the stuff that's I don't want to say basic, but like like
no, it's basic. No, like my wife, like she was like, I showed her a song, and I was like, yeah, what do you think about this lyric? She was like, "You've already said that before," and I'm like, "The Bible says it before. Like, I'm just quoting the Bible. I can't change it. Like, that's what it is."
I get that because I feel that same way when I'm writing. I'm like, I either go into like a same like rhyme scheme or like flow, or like I reuse. Like I feel like I reuse. Like I don't know. I just like fall back into something on accident.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I couldn't imagine like with you kind of sticking with like the Christianity. Like you only have so many.
Yeah,
you only have. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to go over, but it's like.
Mm-hmm.
There's like big things that you're gonna have to like re-mention, you know.
Yeah.
I think now I'm pursuing like my Spanish era, so like
Sorry. I was gonna ask about that.
But I think it's at the perfect time so that it's not stale. Like because I feel like if I keep rapping and trying to rap like in English, then it's like dang, like I've already mentioned this verse, I've already mentioned this story, and so yeah, like that's why I went into the Spanish side now too, just to challenge myself too, like see if I could do it, and but just to keep it fresh, like something new, right? Like,
Do you feel like it's harder to do that? Like, cause you've already built up like an English audience. Do you think that it's harder to just switch it like that?
I feel like yes, but I feel like no. I feel like locally no, but like when it comes to like my listeners online, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Like
I was about to say that like locally, I feel like most people locally would like vibe with like Spanish music as well. Anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, even if like
even
of course
they don't
they're
speak Spanish.
Yeah, they're a fan of you,
bro.
but like they also like probably still like Spanish music.
I mean,
I like Spanish music. I don't even speak Spanish.
Yeah, I feel like it's because of like my ministry, like locally. Like I'm a worship leader at a church, and then my dad too. He's known around like Spanish churches here. So in that aspect, I say like, nah. I feel like for them, I feel like they've been waiting for me to drop something in Spanish. But like when it comes to like people that just listen to me online, like I don't know. But I'm just gonna do it. Like you know.
Do you ever feel like the pressure of like when you release a song and it doesn't do the numbers like you were expecting? Do you feel the pressure of that, or is it more of just like next time?
As of now, no. But the Spanish stuff, I have so much faith in it that like I might. Yeah. I might feel like dang, like, but we'll see.
Well, this is I'm glad you brought the like you switching over to the Spanish stuff up because my aunt, she actually like this might be an opportunity for you. My aunt, she owns El Toro. It's over close to downtown. It's a Spanish bar.
Yeah.
Bro, I might be able to hook you up. You can perform something once you get some Spanish music out, bro.
I'm so down, bro. That'd be
Because
cool.
they got like a little stage and stuff there, and I was like,
yeah,
I wish it wasn't Spanish so I could perform there. Because she's my aunt and she would totally let me. But like,
hey, we could do something, bro, or maybe even just for live, you could do like a remix on one of my Spanish songs, and then
there you go, bro.
You know, somehow.
I just had to say it, bro.
I'm down.
Just let me know once you get you ready.
That'd be dope, bro. That'd be dope.
It'd be the perfect audience.
Yeah.
They get live in there.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, they have karaoke nights there, right?
Yeah, they have karaoke nights every Tuesdays. But like on the weekends, bro, it's lit in there. Packed. Yeah, and they only play Spanish music pretty much. So it's like it's perfect audience. So
hey, I mean, as of now I probably only have like 6.5 Spanish songs, but that's a bit.
Have you tried reaching out to like Peace 107 or anything like that?
Dude, I haven't. I don't know if they play my music though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. One time they played like a dubstep remix of a Christian song on there.
Interesting.
So who knows, man? Maybe they're more open than.
I don't know. I feel like there's still a lot of stigma around like Christian rap though. Funny enough, I don't know why, but there is like.
I'm surprised. I feel like.
There's one time when I'm so sorry, bro, but there's one time when I was listening to radio and I was going through all the different like stations, and then one time it came on like a Christian rap station, and I stayed and listened for a little bit, and then they were like, on the date of Kanye's album, he introduced the world to Christian rap. Okay, bro. Okay, sure.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know if we're gonna give him that credit, but okay.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, honestly, dude, that I kind of go back and listen to that album a couple times.
Jesus is King.
Yeah,
dude. Honestly, it's pretty good.
It is pretty solid.
It aged better than like when it first came out. It sucked. Honestly, as a Kanye fan and as a Christian, like it sucked. Like on both sides. But it grew on me. I'm like I do listen to it still.
Yeah,
like, it's in my daily rotation. Yeah.
But yeah, so introduced the world to Christian rap. Next is you, introducing the world
Yeah.
of Christian rap.
Yeah. To Spanish Christian rap.
Yeah. Have you tried reaching out to any stations, or is it?
Not really.
No.
Do people still listen to the radio?
Bro, there's a lot of people that listen to the radio.
Yeah.
Probably older heads.
Be
No?
surprised.
Yeah. Most of the time, yeah, but
Yeah, I mean, I'll. It's because I feel like my music, like, it's weird to categorize it, like, because it is R&B, it is hip hop, it is Christian, it is pop, it is worship. So it's like,
yeah, where does it fit?
yeah, like, like that's why when I think of Peace 107, I think more of like those like Sunday service like songs,
Yeah.
and those are beautiful, but they got nothing on me. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's just so different, like, So I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe one day.
Yeah. I mean, something to think about for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like, because, radio stations are definitely like not as big as they used to be, but I still see them being around for a long time. So
True.
Yeah.
maybe eventually they'll change their mind around on that.
But
Yeah.
also for me, like, it would just be an accomplishment to like
Yeah.
go, like, I'm like, all right, they're playing it at this time.
Okay. True.
With the radio on.
I feel like
I'm gonna be jamming out.
I feel like I have a better chance at getting played on like 101.9 The Beat than I do Peace 107.
Dude, honestly, yeah.
Like,
you're
I feel
right.
like I do, like
yeah.
And they play Christian songs on there sometimes,
Really?
right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because, like,
Yeah.
probably Kanye. I mean, he's the one that he's the one that introduced. He invented it, actually.
Yeah, he invented it.
Kanye invented Christian rap and blasphemous rap too. Actually, that's a crazy world record to have.
yeah, man.
Crazy.
He flipped it so fast.
Not
As
for
soon as
real.
he started smoking helium or whatever it is.
Not for real. In parentheses.
I saw that.
In parentheses, it was like, I am a son of God. Just in parentheses right there. It was just he always said son of God, but it was so quiet.
Yeah, people just thought he was saying it.
I
Well, I
am
mean,
a-
he probably was, but
Nah, yeah. R.I.P. Kanye, man. I miss him.
yeah,
He's not dead,
You know-
but it feels like it.
yeah. Get him off the helium.
Bro,
Not for real.
Bro, you see how he replaced his teeth?
yeah,
That's crazy.
He looks like
Nah,
an
for real.
Autobot, dude.
Bro, he for real.
I feel like I could not do that.
RoboCop style.
How do you eat corn? Do you just
He just
sacrifice
doesn't,
corn?
dude.
Or do you gotta drink
He don't
corn
eat corn, bro.
smoothies?
He eats fancy foods, bro.
Corn is. What you trying to say about corn? Like,
No, bro, he don't eat corn, bro. He I don't know.
eats it with the husk.
Bro, you're right.
I don't know.
Nah, he eats some crazy corn, probably.
The corn
Maybe.
that perfectly cuts with his new teeth. That's what it is. He gets like exclusive like ordered corn. You know what I mean?
Not for real.
Bro, now I have like, bro, all the songs he's gonna make now is gonna have like a list, bro.
Not for real.
Like,
his
bro,
new
there's no way
mixing
you can
is-
sound right.
His new mixing is so different though. Have you tried to like, dude? It's different. It doesn't even sound like Kanye, dude. Like the way that he changed it up.
I mean, it's not R.I.P. They replaced him with a clone.
Dude, I heard
No, I'm
about
just kidding.
no, they actually did the AI verse. You heard about that,
Yeah,
right?
I think I've heard about it. I haven't
That's
heard
crazy.
it, but dude, I think music now it sounds bad. Like quality wise, I feel like people don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
They
Like,
just put on
Yeah,
whatever
it's
comes
just-
on like on Spotify.
like I don't know if you guys have
Like that smart
heard.
shuffle.
It makes me cringe when I hear like Eminem, his verses.
mm-hmm.
Why did they sound like that? Like
Yeah,
But the-
they
he
ain't-
has the money.
Well, yeah.
It's not his flow. It's the quality. Like it literally sounds like he
Yeah.
recorded it with an iPhone 3, and the engineer didn't even mix it. Like the engineer was just like perfect.
To me, bro, his stuff sounds like robotic now. You know what I mean? Like it sounds fake.
Yeah.
Like it's like a Charlie Puth's music now too.
Dang.
Because they do
Bro,
that thing.
R.I.P. Charlie Puth, bro. You just unlocked a person I forgot about. Like,
Yeah, wait, dude, he was so inspiring for me too because
He
he,
was
made like all
awesome.
of his own stuff and like showed how he did
Bro, I
it.
love Charlie Puth.
he was
like-
awesome back in the day. I haven't heard anything of him since.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't know.
they do the thing
Light
where
switch.
like they perfectly like line it up on every single beat of the song, and then it's never off. And I don't know, dude. It just sounds fake to me, bro.
Yeah.
But
Crazy.
maybe I'm alone in that crowd.
I mean, do you do that? Do you quantize guitar?
Guitar all the time, yeah.
Okay,
but
yeah.
like voices, like it sounds weird to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. Like if you're a little bit off, like I'll fix it. But
Yeah.
like other than that, like
Yeah. Like it's too doctored. You
yeah,
still.
you
yeah.
can feel it, man.
That's facts. You definitely want your vocals to be as natural as possible.
Yeah. Or I don't know. Who knows with AI? Maybe it'll be different, bro.
Bro, you don't even know where it's going with AI, man. People are gonna be making songs with AI.
Imagine AI
There's
Christian
no-
rap
Be doing everything.
modeled on visions you live with.
You know, one time I did ask ChatGPT to make me a song, and after I put VYLW on it because I'm on Google, so I guess it tried to do it.
Yeah.
And I swear, like, it literally stole like one of my verses. Like, I swear it literally had like one of my verses on there, and I'm like, what the heck? Like,
That's crazy.
That's funny, bro. Dude, I've done it sometimes to get like inspiration. Like I'll put in like the chorus of a song and then ask it to like come up with extra stuff. And it's pretty helpful, I'm not gonna lie. But like I've never just copied it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's too basic.
Where does music start for you? Like,
It always starts with a chorus. Almost every time.
but on a guitar or a beat? Or...
It's always different every song. A beat, a guitar, piano, like literally anything that I have. Like my ukulele, I've done so many songs starting on a ukulele, bro.
Yeah.
Because ukulele is just easy. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's my favorite instrument to play.
Interesting.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, that's
Where do you start?
I think it's more like, okay, fine, I have a ghostwriter. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine. That was a close one.
If you ever need one, bro, you know, I'm trying to make some extra cash.
Bro, I might get, bro, I've heard some of your stuff and I'm like, bro, like, I can't even imagine what you would sound like if you threw in like some Bible verses in there. Like, it'd probably be cool.
I would be totally down to like, I would be totally down
You'll be
to
my
do
first
a Christian
ghostwriter.
song.
But
no, literally, bro, his lyrics are crazy though. They blow my mind every time, bro.
Like I would love
And
to
your
work
flow.
on a song with you, but like I feel like I don't match the Christian. My music don't match the Christian image right now.
I would say as long as it's not cussing.
Dude, I'm working on a song right now called Dick Zombie.
That's awesome. Keep working on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But what the?
Uh-oh.
Is someone?
Sorry.
Oh, you gotta leave. My bad. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I parked in front of her because I'm a douchebag.
That's what I'm talking about.
No,
Dude, I'd totally be down to work on something though.
Hey,
But
I mean, for me,
like I said, you got bars, brother.
bro, I don't know. I think like because I'm witty and I like to joke around a lot, so I think it comes with that. Like I think of stupid. Like honestly, like it's conversations with my wife. I just say the stupidest things, and sometimes I'm like, write that down. Like one time she was like, she called me childish, and I was like, well, I'm a child of God. So I literally used that in a song. Like,
Yeah.
but it does start with this producer named Noisy. I found him on YouTube, and honestly, he pretty much does everything that I do. Like he produces it. It starts with just listening to one of his beats, and then I'm just saying melodies or trying different things, or maybe I have some flows in my back pocket, but I just need to fill them in with words. And
I think we might have used a noisy beat on the album we just released.
shoot,
I'm not gonna
Did
lie.
we?
dude, Noisy.
We might have.
I love his beats, bro. Like you can rap on him and you can sing on him.
Yeah.
And that's what I love.
Yeah, well, that was something that we tried to go with because, like, obviously he raps.
Mhm.
I'm very much closer to R&B and pop
Thanks.
than anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
For
like, so like that was one of the things that we went with was like just trying to find like J. Cole beats are so easy to sing and rap on.
Yeah,
You know what I
facts.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell
A lot
So,
of
like-
J. Cole type beats.
Yeah,
facts.
and that's how it ended up
how it ended
coming
up.
out.
Yeah, facts.
But so you usually just start with like little phrases that you thought of, or do you?
Yeah, like
Is the chorus the easiest part or the verses for you?
sometimes I get stuck on both, but I definitely I'll definitely finish a chorus first before I can finish a verse for
Yeah.
sure. Especially because like I'm new to this rapping stuff, and for sure I want to rap on the first verses of my songs, and like that just it's a challenge for me. Like I'm a new rapper when it comes to like trying to rap and trying to flow like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So verses are more difficult to pump out. But when I have a flow, like it's like butter. Like words are just coming out and it's perfect, and different like metaphors are coming out, and you know, Bible stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you like set your phone like in a bar space when you're writing or no? I used to not do that, but lately, bro, I needed to. I don't know what it is.
I don't know if I do or don't, but I just forget about everything.
Mhm.
And sometimes like I'll text my wife like, "Hey, like I'm sorry, I'm feeling inspired right now." Like let's say like last night, literally, I finished recording at 10 p.m. like with someone else, and I just felt so inspired. So I was like, "Hey, like I'm not coming home till like later."
Yeah.
But she understands it, right? And it's because the inspiration just hit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do just forget about my phone. Like
Yeah.
I completely understand writing like that inspiration because most of my writing happens in my car or my work truck. So like I'll just stop. Like yesterday I was at the grocery store. I got my groceries, like I picked up curbside, and then I literally pulled over into a parking spot to finish writing a chorus that like I was just writing. So like that's where all my like that. So like if I'm in a flow, I just got to do it.
Yeah. No facts. I definitely like I'll like if I'm listening to a beat in the car, I'll like record it on my phone. Like I'm like mumbling for half of it, but I'm just like flowing, and then something in there is probably cool or recyclable.
We should compare voice memos sometime.
Bro, that's what I was about to say. I was
bro, I cringe though.
You say you write down like random things, or do you put it in like your app, like your notes?
Yeah.
You want to give us some?
Dude, I have one that I'm thinking of right now. It's so stupid, bro. But I feel like if I have the right beat and the right flow, it could have worked, bro.
I'll give you one that I wrote down
but
too.
I know it's just
to be
so
fair.
stupid, bro. Like I know like I don't expect to eat right now. Like I know it's stupid. Because there might be people thinking like, oh, he thought he was gonna eat. So dumb.
I don't ever like write stuff down like on a whim, but I always record stuff on a whim.
Thanks. Yeah, I definitely have more voice memos that are stupid than
I got a lot of voice memos.
But I remember I wrote one. I can't find it now conveniently. But
conveniently.
Oh, I found it. Oh my god, it's so cringe. And I don't okay. Listen, there's bars here, okay? Because some people call me Vision, right? But obviously vision, and also vision, right? So it's Ayo Vision. Where'd you get that vision? I'm gonna need your visions, Vision, because I need big visions. Yeah, that sucks.
Fire.
Nah, that sucks.
He's cooking right here.
I was trying to use vision. I was trying to rhyme vision with vision, but making it different every time. But
that's fire.
I mean, I definitely get the idea, but
keep it in the notes.
Well, no. Keep it close by.
Get a new phone.
Close by.
Get a new phone again.
I mean, it's not bad. Bro, all I got is one bar that I have written down.
But you're a lyricist.
Lil Pecker like sketch. I got a sketcher.
See, that's good though.
I had that one waiting in the vault for a while. I haven't written really. I've written like some to
Can
it.
I have that one?
If you want to use it, you can. I wrote a little bit to it. Lil Pecker like sketch. I got a sketcher. Don't worry, because I still pleasure. Now I'm thinking I need to text her. Hit her a line. I'm about to bless her. She said, "Aunt Flo's in town. I'm not scared of blood. Call me Dexter." She said, "LOL, baby. I'm no jester." That's what I got so far.
Hey, I mean, that sounds good though.
But
that actually sounds good.
Lil Pecker like sketch got a sketcher is hard. That's probably the hardest thing I've written.
I feel like if we start with that, like everything else could just be mumbling, bro. Like
it could be terrible.
Or that could be the
That'll
song.
go
Just start that
itself.
and then like do like maybe like 30 more seconds and then just have the beat for the rest of it. They're not gonna listen to the rest.
It's like, yeah, you already gave him the best part. I mean,
Bro, I can do like kind of like tequila, bro. I'll just have it pop up in the middle.
nah, but yeah. What about you? You got any, written?
No, I have nothing written, but I'll show you a voice memo right now.
It's so cringe, right? Like,
yeah, bro.
I'm cringing on your
turn it off
behalf.
as soon as it starts playing.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm cringing on your behalf, bro. I would rather like I don't have nudes on my phone, but I would rather somebody find like leak nudes of me than have access to my voice memos and all my freaking
for real.
Bro, I've wanted to do
Lyrics.
this for so long, but I want to get together with like 3 other people and we all just go through our voice
my
memos
God,
for like
dude.
an hour.
I cringe.
I could not, bro.
I'm
I would
already
not. Nah.
I mean, I would hate it, but like, we're there. Might as well.
It's so good.
That's torture, bro. I feel like that's crazy.
Yeah.
What's even crazy? I have like, I've had the same email for like so long, and I have like Google Docs of like songs I wrote
Oh yeah.
from like so long ago.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like dog water.
The syllables aren't even lining up or nothing. It's just it'd be like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It's tough.
a lot of the newer stuff that I do, like, cause like I had a musical journey. I don't know if you hit shuffle on my Spotify, like you'll be confused. You'll be like, nah, I want to listen to VYLW, but it's just like I had such a progression. So it's like my older stuff was like EDM, and yeah, it's weird. But when I came back and with What Would Jesus Do, a lot of my verses, but all the choruses on that project, I just recycled like some of the bigger hits that I had with the Christian EDM stuff, and it worked.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a callback, and it's kind of like a refreshing, like just coming back different, but like still, you know. Sometimes I listen to my older music that's like actually out, not like in the vault. But like, I'm like, bro, low key, it kind of ate. Like my older stuff. Like I think I was a whole lot more poetic back then than I am now. Like back then I would say stuff like see the stars in the sky and stuff like that. But like now it's like, now I'm just rapping, and it's like, I feel like I lost my touch.
Well, I mean, sometimes though, like if you put like stuff that's too layered, it can definitely like I mean, I enjoy Kendrick albums, but like I don't like looking up YouTube videos to understand them entirely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it's kind of finding that middle ground, and like but I do appreciate like simple things like a album title or like a title of a song and stuff like that. Like stuff like that can have like multiple layers, and I think that's way easier for people to enjoy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But like maybe that's just me.
Yeah. But I did used to be more poetic back then.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Do you ever like go back and just be stealing them and be like, yeah, that one's pretty good?
Yeah, I do it all the time, bro. Like,
I lost all my old stuff, and I'm glad I did. I'm very glad I did, because I went back and listened to like, dude, there's one time when I like begged you to play a song out here so I could show it to Diego, Daydream. Yeah. And I went back and listened to it, and I was like, dude, what was I thinking, bro? That's really what I really wrote that.
But isn't that the thing? Like when you're making music in that time, you think you're eating, and then you listen back to it like probably a year or two after. But I mean, I feel like it's a good sign though.
Yeah,
because that means you've
progressing.
gotten better. Yeah. If you can cringe at your old self, that means you're doing something better now.
I cringe as soon as I get in my car and play it afterwards. And then I'm like, and then like I give it a week, and then I listen to it again. I'm like,
yeah.
It takes me a little bit. Like for some reason, like if right after I record it, I'm just like, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I could do something, but I'm like, I just gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Listen to it in like a week.
Yeah, dude, I can't listen to my own stuff, like, because it's just like all I do is critique it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
I feel like up until I release something, I'm constantly listening to it. But once I drop it, then whatever.
Yeah, it's discarded.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because I can't do anything about it either way. And art is never finished, like really.
Yeah. That's a really good way to think about it. I never thought about it like that.
It's only finished when you walk away or when you run out of paint.
Well, I had a question for you, more about like your path with faith and stuff like that. I know it's like pretty hard nowadays with like just kind of how society is. It's like it is kind of hard as like a Christian man to like stay like follow Christianity, because there's a lot of things that are gonna like push you the other way.
Yeah.
Is there any like roadblocks or anything you've ever had with like in your path with faith, or is there any like how have you stayed like strong through it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say like, because a lot of people think that, you know, you get saved and then boom, life is easy and you don't have any temptation to crash out or anything, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, if anything, I think understanding one thing about being a Christian and walking with faith is understanding that the devil's going to put in your head that, well, why are you saying you're a Christian if you're out here fighting with your neighbor or this and that, right? Fighting with your family member. But like, God is literally telling you to seek him more so that you prevent from fighting with your neighbor, fighting with your, you know, partner or whoever. And so I just try to be as rooted in Christ as I can, you know, like, but it's definitely hard. Like, I'm not perfect at all. Like, dude, I had pride issues. I have currently still some anger, you know, that's from previous stuff that I went through. And, you know, it's hard to let go of things, but it's just like, you know, when I'm in the presence of God, it's like, that's literally, it leaves my body. Like, I feel so fresh, so peace. Like Jesus, they call him the Prince of Peace. And that's literally what I feel when I'm like actually doing what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. And when I'm apart from that, I feel the opposite. Like, I feel like I want to go to war, like, you know?
Yeah.
But it's not easy, bro. It's definitely not. I think it'd be easier to not be Christian nowadays. For sure. You know?
I mean, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, I've always had conflicts with like my religion and like, like really like devoting myself more to faith. Yeah. And like one of the things for me is like I said, with my music, I do rap about like more raunchy things and like like little pick like Sketcher got a Sketcher. Yeah. Like that's not super Christian. Like and I do say some crazy stuff, but like it's none of it is like malicious or anything like that. But like for me, it's like I mean I know like how do you feel about things like that? Do you feel like that? I mean I know like people have different perspectives and stuff like that. Yeah. Do you feel like that's something like that should like that I should change? Like if I wanted to be more with faith. Yeah. Or do you think like that stuff okay? Like how do you? What is your opinion about? I mean, like I'm not asking like I'm not like putting you in a position to be like no, don't do that, Jacob. No, like, I'm just asking for your opinion.
But what I would say is like I think I don't like if you're following Jesus. You just follow Jesus.
Gotcha.
You don't stop making music a certain way. You know what I mean? But once you start following Jesus, then you just your mindset changes.
Gotcha.
So obviously, what you output changes. Okay. And so I would say like, I think what you say is fun, like funny. You know, like
I have fun. I have fun with it.
Yeah.
And like,
I think my biggest like I don't think it's a pet peeve, but like it's like a misconception, right? Like people think like, oh, you're Christian, now you got to be boring. It's like how, like, like God is the ultimate creator. We're supposed to be way more creative than people that don't believe, that are atheists, right? And so, but I would feel like I'd say like feeling that way is more. I don't think those are thoughts coming from God, like feeling like, oh well, I won't be a Christian because I don't want to change my music. If anything, like. We don't have a raunchy Christian rapper, so we could use that. So,
like that is fair. I mean, I didn't really think about it that way because, I guess there are people that would, and like if I kind of like, if I use my music as an outlet for like Christianity in a way, because I have thought about implementing it because I've written things, like with Christian values, like mentioning those in them, right? And I can't think if it's in anything that I've released. Yeah. But like I never thought of it as like something like it would appeal to somebody else other than like somebody that like maybe your music doesn't appeal to, but like my goofy like little like more raunchy and more like not PG stuff. Yeah, it appeals to them more, and that they might find more appealing.
I feel like there's an outlet for anything. You know, there's a market for anything.
That's true.
But again, like. Yeah, it's not like you don't have to change to become Christian. Like, literally, it's kind of the opposite way. It's like once you like start following in the footsteps that Jesus like called you out to do, it's like now you treat people differently, and now you do start kind of, but slowly as well. You know, obviously, like again, like sometimes I want to crash out. Like, like that's so normal though. You know,
everybody has those moments.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you? Oh my goodness, dude! I completely lost where I was, bro. So you said before that, like, when you first started making music, you weren't really like as involved in the faith as you are now. Obviously, do you? What like, grew you to the being more in the faith? Was it like questioning it and digging more into it, or?
But I think it was like I just needed to grow a little bit more to like understand, because obviously as a kid you don't know anything and. That's pretty much it. Yeah. But once I think I really started getting more active in my faith, like 2017. So I was like 16. That's when I was like, I just started feeling like, let me try this for myself, or not try to just please my parents, let me try to like see what's up with this. And I feel like God spoke to me, and and God continues to speak to me like daily, even this morning, and yeah. But it's gradual, bro. Like, and everybody's journey, and this isn't just faith, but in anything, right? Like the music, anything. Everybody's journey is different.
Gotcha.
So my story is not gonna be your story. It's not gonna be,
right.
And but another thing too about like, because I love Jesus. I don't want to stop talking about Jesus, but like honestly, like. That's the whole point of Jesus too, like we're not perfect. Like we say stupid things and we do stupid things and, things that don't really edify God.
Yeah.
But, through Jesus, like we're literally saved. That's how
Yeah.
we're able to experience being able to have the opportunity to actually make it into heaven.
Gotcha.
Because without him, nobody's perfect. Like nobody. If honestly, like I don't like it's gonna sound crazy, but we all deserve hell. Like but that's the point of Jesus. Like he literally saved us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a great way to end it off. If y'all are good with that.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I appreciate like your perspective, and then also like answering all our questions and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
also
And coming on the podcast in the first place, man.
hosting us, man.
Yeah.
Like, use the
On your day
here's-
off too, bro.
Hey man.
the studio for the backdrop. It looks fire,
Facts.
Yeah.
It's actually a green screen. Imagine.
bro. It's like how Mr. Beast did for Kai's hat. He literally green screened his Kai's.
Yeah,
room.
like literally
Bruh.
perfectly replicated it.
Oh,
yeah. The fireworks.
It's crazy, man.
That was good. Well, let's set up
Yeah.
these fireworks.
Oh my god.
Imagine. No, but yeah. But
Keeps falling, bro.
But I would encourage too, like Christians to not be scared to, like, ask questions.
Yeah.
Like, don't be scared to ask Muslim people about the Quran. Don't be scared to get more insight on, the Torah, Jewish people, or other religions. Like, honestly, just be open minded.
Yeah.
I feel like the biggest L with the Christian people is that they feel like they're on a pedestal. But I feel like it's like, get off that pedestal. Like, stop. Like, you're ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to do like something for like all of our guests at the end for everybody, like just for us to start doing. Who or what's like some words of like inspiration that you feel like people should hear?
We the visionaries.
This man's brain trade. He knows what he's
Bro,
doing.
if you dissect that, I actually said like 50 billion things in one. I would say just be positive. If you're negative, you're gonna stay stuck. But if you're positive, you're gonna keep growing. Obviously, I'm connected to the vine, so that's kind of like a life hack. But yeah, I don't know. But just keep going, bro. Like honestly, like I think a lot of people, it saddens me when like I work with an artist and then they get their own mic and interface. And then it saddens me when I see them listed on Facebook Marketplace like a month later. I'm like, bro,
It's
like,
tough.
should have given it to me for studio time. But no, like actually, I'm like, bro, like I want people to just keep pushing, like just keep going, like again, how we mentioned, like if you don't push yourself, if you don't put your stuff out, like you're just cutting all like connection. Like there's nobody who will be able to resonate with you because you're not even sharing anything for them to resonate with. But, yeah.
All right, you heard it here first from Gus. Stay positive. Keep going.
Stay positive, man.
Chase your dreams.
And we the visionaries.
And don't sell your interface.
Yeah.
We the visionaries, and this is studio time.
Thanks.
All
Goodbye.
right.
That's gotta be like your 5th voice crack. I ain't gonna lie.
It's all right.
Yeah. Oh man.
So that was just a practice round, right?
Yeah.
Imagine.
Imagine, bro. Oh, the camera
Oh,
wasn't
man.
recording.
Bro, I literally.
I'll be like, oh, this is audio only now. Look at that.